Hey everybody, welcome back to Filmmakers Lab. I am your hostess, Alina Colleen, and today is a special edition. I have my cousin Curtis Palmer Brown back.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
And this is a special edition. Um, I wanted to make this a specific edition to help people combat writer's block. Um, I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm getting a lot of people that are coming to me to help them, get over their writer's block. And I mean, I can't write your scripts for you.
I
I can't.
mean,
I can't do that.
they want you to. They expect you to.
They really do. you know, that is what Filmmakers Lab Company is. But
They do
you're
provide that
asking,
service.
we do provide that service, but it's a service. So, I'm okay with giving you some consultation, but I'm going to give you what it is that is causing your writer's block. Okay? I'm going to take you to the water and I'm going to you're going to drink and I'm going to show you how to keep doing that.
No doubt.
You understand? I'm not
No
going to
doubt.
just leave you out there or do the work for you. I'm not
No
going to
doubt.
do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this edition is about, really helping people get over writer's block.
Thank you for having me back
Yeah, man.
on the show.
Yeah.
I had a
You might
great
go
time the
to.
last time. Yeah, I had a great time the last time. And don't get it twisted. I say this too. Not everybody could come up here just because I'm a cousin. I mean, look, I'm in the trenches. I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, and we're filmmaking partners.
Yeah. Yes.
We actually
we collab on stuff,
on
a lot of
things.
projects
Yes.
and
Yes, we
scripts
do.
and
Yes.
things of that nature.
And
So,
honestly, I don't think I've ever seen you experience writer's block, and I don't think you've seen me experience it either because we know what aspect of film you need to have in order to not experience it.
well, I won't say I never experienced it, right?
Oh, I don't.
Well, it's a short-lived,
Oh,
experience. Like,
okay.
yeah, it don't last.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
how to get out of it.
You know how to get
I
out.
do hit it, but I get, yeah, it's easy to get out of.
So
you
let's
know?
get right into it because
Let's do it.
I know people want to know how. So I combat writer's block with preparation before I sit down to write a script. Okay, you have your idea.
Right.
Okay, but then what comes next? Well, the natural progression is your characters. Who are your characters? Who are your people?
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's everything from their name to the last time they had a piece of pizza, or do
Right.
they eat pizza? You know what I'm saying?
Their history, their backstory,
backstory.
their
Yes.
bio, you know. So
So
yeah. So
you tell me, right?
hmm
How does doing your character bios help you?
tremendously. Character bios, I always say character bios are probably the most important thing in writing a script.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Like your character, it makes your characters real. So your characters have a history, whether they're like, and these are just examples, whether they're atheists,
Mhm.
whether they're vegan,
Mm-hmm.
whether they've been abused as a child,
Mm-hmm.
and you may not even see some of these backgrounds that you develop for the
Yeah.
character. However,
It's not always
It-
necessary.
it's not necessary,
Right.
but it gives your character the voice,
It gives
right?
them the voice and it gives depth to
Gives
your
depth to your
character and to your story.
It makes it so much easier because
does.
the interaction, like when you're writing your script, when you're writing a scene, you would say, would my character say this?
And
Because
would
you
they
know
say
your
it-
character. You
and
made
would
your
they
character
say
a
it
real
this
person.
way?
Would they say it this way?
And they
under these
start to tell
circumstances?
your story for you.
Yes.
So that is one way to combat the writer's block.
Absolutely.
Because now your characters are speaking to you, but they're speaking for you.
Speaking for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Characters and outline too. Because
Okay, so we're gonna
Yeah,
get
well,
back
we'll
to that.
get- yeah.
Let's get back. Yeah. No, because that, of course, that's
Yeah.
that's part of it.
absolutely.
But so let's take a character. Let's take a character for example.
Mhm.
what's Uma Thurman's character in Kill Bill?
No doubt.
Okay,
Yes.
because our friend Tarantino likes to start from the end and work his way
Not
up, which
always, but yeah.
well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I
know
mean
what
not always. No, not always, but he
Yeah,
does it a
yeah.
lot.
Yes.
And it's and you know it's a good way of telling a story, which
Yep.
is dope. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
But in this case, he did that.
Yes.
So, when we first see her, she's
Mhm.
all banged up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know why,
We don't know why.
but then we find out
She's been through some stuff.
she's been through some stuff and she left him
Yes, exactly.
and he found her.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So,
It explained everything.
It explained
It explained one. Kill Bill 1. You got 1 and 2, then you see, 2 is really the origin, like how everything.
but
Yeah.
1 stood on its own.
1
even
definitely
though we
stood on
did
its
not
own.
know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where the detail comes in.
Right.
The nuances.
Yes.
You understand? She could kick ass.
Yes. Yeah. She was dope. She was
Yeah,
dope.
she was dope.
Yeah.
All of the characters.
All of them were. All
But-
of them were.
But that's another thing. The attention that you give to the character bios for your main character, you should give to the characters that are going to have something to do with moving your story
supporting.
forward.
Yeah. Your
exactly.
supporting characters.
Now I'm not talking about Joe
the
Schmo
waitress
that's in the
that has
yeah.
one line or don't have a line
right.
pouring the coffee.
Or the
and you
man
might
behind
see
the
him
cash
twice.
register, unless he's pulling out a gun and he's shooting you.
Right.
Okay. But all your characters need to have that detail.
And I would say even those characters, like you don't have to go into grave detail,
Mhm.
but if they have a line in your film, give them something, even if it's a short bio
No
of
doubt.
that person.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that way, when you're delivering the sides
Exactly.
to the actors, and you're like, look, this is you.
Yep.
This is who you
This
are.
is who you are.
Boom, boom, boom. And
Right.
it's a real short synopsis of their character. So that's important too,
It is
right?
important.
Just those little things.
It
right?
helps the director because now the director knows. You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of writers say, "Oh, it wasn't what I wrote."
Right.
What reference did you give your director?
Right.
Did you give him any references?
Right.
Does he know who your characters are?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I found interesting? And it was on another show that I did with Tafara, and Tafara was Tafara, creative director.
Shout out to
said,
Farrah.
yeah, she said that there's an actor who she feels plays the same kind of character. Well, not plays. She said acts the
who is
same
this?
way. She didn't say who. She didn't say who, but
Oh,
I
there's a
said
lot of-
Samuel L.
there-
Jackson.
There's a
right?
lot of them. Yeah,
I said
Samuel Jackson.
She never responded, right?
Right. And I love
But
Samuel.
I do too.
Yeah.
But what I found interesting was in his master class, that is the first thing he talks about. Character bios.
Mm.
That is the first thing that he talks about. So this is the thing. It's not that he's acting the same way. It's because people are writing those roles for him
Oh yeah,
because
no
he plays them like that.
doubt. Right.
So it's not that he
Right.
is, that he doesn't have the talent to they're
Yeah.
writing those
Yeah.
actual roles
yeah, they're
for
writing.
him.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
He's big on character bias.
Yeah, I want to see him step out and do something Samuel like. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him do a character that's not typical.
Do you
Samuel.
think that, well, just off the subject real quick, do you think that he's comfortable in those roles? You think that's why he's taking those roles?
I think he's comfortable in those roles, and I think that, like you
Typecasting?
said,
Yeah.
he's definitely
And
at this
people are
point.
writing those roles for him.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah.
So yeah, y'all, character bios, like do your work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing a character that's not familiar, because a lot of times we write about people that we know. If you are not doing a character that you're familiar with,
Right.
do your research.
Right.
Do your research. If you're doing a character that's maybe of a different ethnicity or whatever the case may be, do your research.
And let me say this: I think a lot of people like brush over that part
Mm.
because it's time consuming. However, it's the most
So
it's the most beneficial. It's the most
Yeah,
beneficial
it
use of
is.
your time when creating your story
Yes.
that you can do,
Yes.
because everything else becomes easier once you do that.
Yes.
So take the time to do it,
yes.
and yeah,
Yep. This is true.
yeah.
We know this to be true. So moving on to outlines. Um, we know that along with the character bios, you have to do your outline, and it's really just to be organized
Yeah.
and you know how you're telling your story. You know what I'm saying?
It's a professional approach.
It is a
You
professional
don't gotta
approach.
wing. You know, some
But
people try to
but
wing
if you call yourself no, but you can't, and that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
experience writer's block
Right.
because they
Exactly.
don't know how to get from point A to
Yep.
point Z, and a lot
Yep.
of times they don't even know what the ending. So that's another thing. Know how you want to end your film, or at
Right.
least have an idea,
Right.
or at least have 2 or 3 ideas of how you want to end your film.
Right.
Because just like navigating anything else, when you're navigating your script, you know I'm starting at point A, and I know that I want this character to die,
No
at
doubt.
the end. You're
No
gonna
doubt.
know how to get there. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It's that
That
simple.
simple.
It really
It's a
is
map.
that simple.
It's a map. So yeah, like that
It is a map.
definitely helps with writer's block. Like prevents.
Yeah.
It's a preventional method. You know what I'm saying? But
Trying to tell you.
also, again, like I said, it's a professional approach because you can have a story in your head all day,
Yeah.
and you get into final draft, you start writing your script without an outline like that. Where are you going with
Where you
this?
going
You know
with
what I'm
it?
saying? And there's
Exactly.
structure. So
You always going
you
to the
need to.
next thing. We ain't even getting to that. But
Oh, I'm
let's get
sorry.
it. No, let's get into it because I want
I
to
didn't
talk
know where
about
you
it
were
in
going,
depth.
so that's so good.
You didn't know that I was
good.
going because I
That's
did I
good.
put I don't know if I put the outline or not, but no, there is structure.
Yeah, it all goes hand in hand.
It does go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And so when we're talking about structure,
Right.
what are we talking about?
Well, so your standard film structure for a screenplay, aka script for a film, would be you have act 1, act 2, and act 3, right? There's a 3-act structure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want me to go into more depth?
Yeah, we can. Yes, I
So
want
you're-
to definitely.
So act 1 typically, act 1 and 3 are typically your shortest acts.
Mm-hmm.
Act 1, you are
That's your setup.
You're set up, you're introducing the main character's world.
Mm-hmm.
And then typically at the end of act 1, you have an inciting incident that leads to their story, the journey, because act 2 is the journey.
So let's take an example. All right, because I love set it off.
Right.
And I think that is a good 3-act structure.
Yep. It's a great 3-act structure.
Yes, it is. So when we're starting off, we see that Vivica Fox is in her element,
Mm-hmm.
and that inciting incident, and it comes early.
Yep.
Here her friends are robbing the bank.
Right.
Okay. And she has to make a choice because she gets fired because
Yep.
they think she has something to do with it.
Mhm.
And she has to make a choice. Now, in this
It's a
instance,
good setup too.
it's a great setup. So what ends up happening is you're getting to see all the rest of the characters.
Yes.
Okay. He brings all the other characters in.
I was gonna say not to hold you. I ain't
Nah,
gonna hold you,
bad.
but like it's an ensemble, and it's not different, but it's just you have to be conscious when it's
It's
an ensemble,
creative.
when it's an ensemble cast.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because now you're telling each story.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Of course, there's still always going to be a main character,
Definitely.
but you're including, the other characters. So
Yes.
you're paralleling their stories, and yeah,
And in this case,
Yeah.
they're from the hood. So
yeah,
they all experience things that are causing them to struggle.
right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So Jada with the brother,
The brother, yes.
didn't get the scholarship.
Didn't get the scholarship.
And her inciting incident was where she had to make a choice was when he got killed.
He got killed.
So
yeah.
we talked about this earlier. What's interesting about Set It Off
Mm-hmm.
is your perspective. You can say that the protagonist with an S in this instance could be the antagonist and vice versa. Because we're like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
rob them, go, let's get it. We want to see them prosper.
right.
But you have the police, okay, which most of us would consider antagonists,
yeah,
but they're just doing their job.
Yeah, you feel sorry. You feel sorry for what
Yes.
they're trying to do something that typically would be considered a bad thing.
Yes.
But because it was so well written and directed, shout to F. Gary Gray.
You sympathize with
You sympathize.
characters. You know?
Yeah.
Why did Vivica get fired? Because y'all feel like because she's from the hood
Yep.
and she knew these people that
Yep.
she had something to do with this.
Yep.
And we
That's
know
good
she
writing
did
right
not.
there. That's good
That's
writing.
excellent writing.
Yeah,
that's
good writing.
subtext. That's subtext all day. That's
Right.
subtext all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
same thing with Jada Pinkett. You know, now
Yeah.
she got to go sleep with old Dirty Harry over here.
Right.
And you know, just to get some money.
She's escorting.
And then the brother don't even get into college.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he wants to go the other route. Okay. And that's another thing too, you know, again, like I said, that the writing is so good because you can flip flop the antagonist and the protagonist in this situation.
Facts.
Because here it is, you know, Jada is trying to struggle to get this boy into college. He's a good kid, okay, but just making poor choices.
Right.
Goes into this guy, you know, go to the guy's house. He intentionally clips the same little tag in his head,
Right.
okay, and
Right.
all this boy has is a bottle of champagne, celebrating nothing because he didn't even get into college.
Exactly.
You know, so
Yeah. Structure.
yes,
Structure.
all
Structure.
day long.
I'm gonna say something about that too, about structure. So like with telling the story, right? You know, you got the inciting incident, your journey is the body, and then your typically act 3 is
Your
really the
resolution.
quickest. It's the resolution.
Yeah.
That's why you got you got all this action, and then 10 minutes, the movie closes in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? The last 10 minutes is the finale, and you're
Right.
like, wow. And that's a whole act right
It
there,
is.
right? In itself. So the resolution. So really, this is another aspect of writing your story. You have your internal conflict and your external conflict.
Right.
And I know I don't know if that's something you wanted to talk about real
Oh, of
quick.
course, I
But
did.
we'll talk about it real quick.
Yeah, no,
So
we
your
have
internal
to talk
your
about it.
internal conflict would be something like I'm not, you know,
It's your feelings. It's
insecurity.
Not your,
like
it's not tangible.
This person is struggling with insecurity. And
or abandonment.
Or abandonment, right. And then the external journey, because your internal journey
goal or
is
something
a goal, a tangible goal. I'm on a journey to find love.
Yep.
You know, to marry this man because
so
you know
the external would be the person.
Would be the person, right? Or the actual journey, the tangible journey that you see. You know what I mean?
So
and then
so let's go back to set it off.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
They needed money.
They needed money.
That's the tangible.
That's the external.
That's the external.
That's the external.
That is the external.
Right.
The internal, and it goes for, you know, each one had their own.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, each one had their own.
Each one had their own. I think Vivica was acceptance. You know, because of the way she was treated.
Absolutely.
Latifah says she ain't getting out of the hood. She's staying. She don't care.
Right.
I don't even think she had a goal. She just wanted the money.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any.
I would have to think about that.
You know what?
I don't know.
Listen, her and Jada
internal?
had that little, you know, I think she was jealous of Jada. I think she was jealous in just how she thought about the future. Right. Because they would have those conversations all the time. And it was like, why the fuck do you even care about 5 years from now? Right. You know, what are you talking about? You know? Jada was looking for love, you know, and of course she was looking to get out of the hood. She was different. Right. Okay, in her thinking. Okay. Because when they started talking about taking over the bank, right, she was like, we ain't about to do that. Right. Exactly. but because the writing was so good, it's like, guess what? We're gonna make it so that she don't have a choice. Yeah, they killed her brother. Oh, we're about to go take it over. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And then Kimberly Elise's part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Her internal conflict. So
you know, she was struggling to take care of her son.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So
right.
I don't
right.
really know what her.
I would. What would that be?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Maybe independence, maybe.
That's
Maybe
good.
a sense
No,
of
that's
independence.
good. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that
I'm
would be her
guessing.
internal. I know, right?
I'm guessing
But
at this point.
but those are the mechanics, right?
Yeah,
So it's like you have your internal conflict and the story, the actual journey is the external
and
conflict,
that's your
whatever that
act
journey
two.
is. And a well-written film, you know, it solves the external typically. That what happens is at the end of act 2 going into act 3,
Mm-hmm.
the person realizes like
Right.
there's something that happens magically and they solve that internal conflict, and a lot of times they find out they never needed that external conflict because the
Mm-hmm.
external conflict, they're looking at that external conflict to solve the internal, and then they wind up like realizing
They
when
didn't
they
really need
solve
it.
it or when they're about to solve or whatever, they realize I never needed this in the first place.
I.e., at the end of Set It Off,
Yes, never needed it in the first place.
she gets on the
She,
bus. She's
oh
out.
yeah, she's out.
She don't have no friends
Yeah,
though.
she has no friends, and the sacrifice was
Yeah, she had to
that
give
was
up
a
a
big
boy and
sacrifice.
everything.
Yes,
It was a huge
absolutely.
sacrifice.
Yeah,
And I thought this was so genius when she was on the bus and she was looking
looking out the window.
and dude
Yeah,
seen
he's
her.
seen her,
And I was saying,
and
he
for
is
him,
going
he
to
thought,
stop. He going to stop the bus. He is going to
you know
stop
what,
the bus.
you know what it is. Yeah, yeah. I thought
Sympathy.
everybody thought that. Well, not even just sympathy, guilt too.
Guilt, yeah.
It was guilt
He
and
killed,
and
he killed
sympathy.
her
Yep,
brother and all her
exactly. It
friends.
was guilt and sympathy.
Yeah.
And even the antagonist has, you know, they have their journey too. So
Yeah.
that was his, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Because look at how hard he was on the case.
yeah,
Like he was on this case so hard that he
Yep.
even found, you know, that, okay, these girls are friends.
yep,
But then he made up the scenario.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they knew the dudes was robbing the bank and blah 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 blah.
You know what's
And
so
that
dope
wasn't
too,
true.
and this is dope about filmmaking, about directing and writing too, because sometimes it's just directing too.
Yeah.
The camera angle, the way you tell the actor
Yeah.
to look, or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
by him looking at her and the bus driving off, it said a million things.
It did.
And in your mind, you knew that he's going to be a changed person.
Oh, from
He's
that?
not going to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not going to
Just
police
from
the
a
same.
look,
Yeah,
though.
he's not
Listen,
gonna
just
police the
from a
same.
look
No, you're right.
and his inaction, like he didn't make, you know, he didn't stop the bus. He didn't. And then you got all of that. You got, damn, there was guilt. He's going to change from this. You know, like that's dope.
Yeah.
Like this is what I love about film. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So,
But that's subtext.
Yes. the
Yeah.
Subtext.
Yeah, you're showing it, but you're not.
Yeah.
You know, you're not
Right.
telling it.
Right,
You know,
right,
you
right,
know
right.
what it is. You know,
Exactly.
and you're really leaving it up to the audience to make their determination of what that is. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
You got to know how to write that though.
Yeah, man.
You know, you got to
really
know
do.
how to write that.
You really do. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
But when you follow the 3-act structure,
Absolutely.
it makes it easier.
And outline.
Yeah,
And character.
outline.
And
And when you
character.
outline, you should
Develop your
outline
characters.
in a 3-act structure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's how
yes,
we do
you
it.
should. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what the books say.
Hey, that's what the books, that's what the
That's what all the
teachers,
books
that's what the gurus, the masters, that's
yeah.
what they say.
Yeah, Aaron Sorkin and all
You know
of
what
them.
I'm saying?
Yeah, and your boy.
Yeah. Yeah, story.
Mhm.
You know, my guy, Robert McKee.
Robert McKee.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
Robert
for
McKee.
sure. With that book, that's about that thing.
No doubt. It's the
But
Bible.
it is the Bible, and it's a great book. Like,
Yeah.
if you really are serious and passionate
Yep.
about film,
Yep.
and you know, even if you've been to school,
Mhm.
because they don't teach you those things, you
Right.
know, little nuances that you should know.
Right.
You should read that book
You should. You should.
and read it more than once.
Crystal introduced me to that book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see
Yeah.
the way she tells her stories.
Yeah. She's
You know,
great.
she down with it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so your second act is your story and how your characters interact with other people, and in the case of Set It Off, it was them robbing the banks.
Yep.
It was them robbing the banks.
That's the journey.
They talked about robbing one bank, but they didn't have enough money. And what the twist for them was, your boy took their money.
Right.
The,
yeah.
the,
yeah, yeah,
Luther,
yeah.
the one that
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
working
yeah.
for. You know,
Yeah.
they thought they were doing something by hiding it into the vents.
Yeah.
And Luther got up out of there.
No doubt. I
And
think it was one of the best, and I don't. I think in our culture, when I mean our culture,
Yeah.
I think it gets props, but I don't think it gets the props it deserves for, like, especially for an ensemble cast film.
I don't know why.
You know what I mean? Like, because those are not easy films to write.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's up there.
You don't think it's a sleeper though, do you?
No, I don't think it's a sleeper.
Oh, okay.
But I think it would or should have crossed, and not that it matters, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it probably should have crossed over a little bit more than it did.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. There was something else I wanted to say about it. I lost my train of thought on that one.
All good.
Yeah. But I like F. Gabby Gray. Like he's
dope.
He's my guy.
Yes.
And you
Yes,
know, he
yes.
at first when I saw him in the one scene when he drives up and he's like, Cleo.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
I said, oh no, he's not gonna be this guy that has to be in the film.
Nah.
But it was just a cameo, and I thought that was good.
And he
that
don't
was
do it in every
acceptable.
film. He's not a Spike Lee. Spike do that.
Well, thank God for that.
Be in all his films. And,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean,
do
I'm not
cameos
mad
and
at it. I'm not mad
And a
at
lot
it,
of
but
times
it's a little annoying.
Well, it's deliberate, and that's a signature thing for him. So I think that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's cool. I think it's all right.
You think it's cool?
I think it's cool.
No.
It's his thing. Now, if every writer director did that, I'd be like, yo, come on. Like all in the video, like
Right.
you Diddy up in film. You
Well-
did Diddy a film.
Well, your boy don't do it, Tarantino,
Nah, he don't do it. Not every film. No.
and you know he got to start as an actor.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
All his films.
Is
he does it in a lot. He's in a lot of his films. Not every film.
Is he in Kill Bill?
Nah, he's not in Kill Bill. Oh, he is in Kill Bill.
Is
Yes.
he? In both of them?
Nah, I don't think he's in both. He's
Somebody
definitely
gonna
in
have
one.
to tell me
He's
where.
in one. He's in a lot of his movies. He's definitely in Pulp Fiction. He's definitely in
You know.
Natural Born Killers.
I didn't like that movie.
Natural Born Killers. Mickey and Mallory. That shit was dope.
It was too violent.
dope.
It was too violent for me.
He's in a lot of his films. He ain't in all of them.
I
Yep.
didn't realize that. But see, I'm not a big Tarantino person. So. I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in Kill Bill 1.
He's not in 2. I know he's not in 2.
But where, who, what, when?
He was one of the Crazy 88 members in.
Crazy 88.
Was he?
But
I
you don't
did.
even really see him.
Not-
Like it's
Not
really
that-
it's
See, now
literally
y'all gonna make me
it's
go back.
literally a cameo.
It has to be
Yeah.
because
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
That's one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when your girl chopped off what you call his head, she jumped on the table.
She's smooth. She was so smooth.
And this scene.
She was so smooth. Oh yeah, when
This
she
is
chopped the
very,
scalp
very,
off.
very dope. Very
Yeah.
dope scene.
But what was so cool was how cool she was. She
Right.
just got up and she just ja.
Yeah.
Hi-ya.
She did exactly like that too.
She did. And those are those are things that need to be on the page.
Yes, on the page.
Those
Don't say, oh, we'll let the
Need to
director.
be
Nah, put it on there.
The page.
Yep, put it on there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How she's Asian. How is she going to respond? She's
Yep.
a woman,
Mhm.
okay? They don't treat them the way you would treat women.
Yep.
So how is she responding to that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It would have been typical for her to just get up and just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Run over to him.
Yeah.
But would they do that? No, she
Nah.
got this tight ass kimono on. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
she gonna tiptoe over there and she
True.
gonna be like, and she had to prove a point to the rest of the men. That
No
was sitting
doubt.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And
No
he was
doubt.
being disrespectful. I mean, he called her half breed. Like, bruh,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
And another thing that I liked was how in Kill Bill, how he showed some of those scenes in cartoon.
Yes. So look,
Because somebody like me who doesn't really like
I-
violence like that,
I
it's
always
more
say-
palatable for me.
yes.
Yeah.
So Tarantino is like a hip hop producer. He samples. You understand? So like when she had on the Bruce outfit, the
Yeah.
Bruce Lee outfit
Oh, yeah.
with the stripe,
Yeah.
everybody knows what movie that's from.
Yeah.
What Bruce Lee movie that's
Oh,
from.
yeah.
Game of Death. Or,
Yeah.
I think it's Game of Death.
Was it
Enter
Game
the
of Death?
Dragon.
Enter the Dragon, yeah. I was gonna say
I'm not
Enter
Game of
the
Death.
Dragon.
So right. But she had the stripe, like that was deliberate. You know what I'm saying? So the blood shooting out of the necks of the
Yeah.
that was deliberate. Those are from Japanimation
Yes.
films.
Yeah.
So he borrows from different things
He
like and that's what hip hop producers do. You know what I'm saying?
And that's dope.
So I'm not surprised that, he's hooked up with RZA before.
Yeah.
RZA scored some of his stuff and they did some stuff together too. That's his mindset, which I think is dope.
I think it's dope
He
too.
does,
But it
he
comes
did
from
Jackie
being an
Brown
actor,
did his
though.
own black exploitation, even though I
Yeah.
mean Tarantino,
Yeah, right.
still was a
Django.
dope movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it comes from him being an actor.
Right.
He hasn't been to school.
right,
Yeah.
right.
But I want to move to the next segment.
All
'cause,
right,
we
let's
could
do
talk
it.
about that all
Let's
day.
do it. Yeah.
So the next segment is a show that we had to wait forever for the third season to come out.
Oh, this
And
my
it's
show. I know what
and
show,
it's
I know what show you
and
talking about.
it's
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Donald Glover.
Atlanta. Okay, we got to say it right. Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Um,
Atlanta. I can't say it, but
Atlanta.
like that. Yeah, Atlanta.
Why you can't say it like that? Because you from New
I'm
York.
not. I can't say it
Whatever.
like
Anyway.
that.
Yeah. Atlanta.
Yo.
Like the third season.
One of my favorite shows.
The
period.
third season was not like the first two.
Nope. Yeah,
And-
third season. Wow, surprised me.
And Donald Glover said that they wanted to make Black Fairy Tale, and they succeeded in doing that.
Yeah.
They succeeded in doing that. He also said that, and in so many words, it's the white curse. He wanted to show how, if it was flipped, what that would look like. So that's the reason why you saw, the guy who had to pay reparations. And-
Right.
Yeah,
The reparations episode.
Yes,
that was
you know,
crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It really was. But you think
He
about it,
flipped it.
what we go through on a regular basis
Yeah.
is it's minute compared to how he flipped it.
Right.
You know what
Of
I'm
course.
saying?
And that's like, and again, that's just the idealistic view. Like,
Yeah.
if this was to happen,
If
what
this was
would
to
that look
happen.
like?
Yes.
And of course, there's satire there, there's comedy there, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, what would happen
What
if
would happen?
what would happen if reparations were to, if we got reparations?
What would that look like?
What would that look like?
Right,
And he
right.
he went there with that.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. I
And
love that.
I loved it too. Just listening to the writers talk about it.
Yeah.
They said that those episodes were reflective of their lives, what they were
Right.
going through,
Mm-hmm.
things that were happening in the news.
Right.
The story about the little boy, the little foster kid, was a true
Yo.
story.
Okay. Now that I did not know.
Not know that.
Wow.
But they, in so many words, said that it did not end that way.
But you
I'm
know what?
believing that they really
Of course.
drove off the cliff with the kids in the car. Yes. I don't think that it ended the way they were saying that it
When
did.
I saw that episode,
No, that happened in real life.
It did.
They drove off the cliff.
With the kids.
wow.
Right. Right. See?
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me just see. I didn't know it was a true story, but in my head, I was like, "Yo, that happens. It probably happened, and it happens.
Well,
now,
like you said, it's a true story.
Those.
So it does happen.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And so again, the white curse.
Mhm.
You think you're helping, but you're giving kids microwave chicken.
I was
that's
gonna
not
say,
even
why
cooked.
she try to microwave the chicken?
That's not even cooked.
She said, "Yo."
I'm surprised the kids were still alive.
When I saw that scene, I said,
I
I
was
know
done.
she is not about to do what
Look,
she's about
Shorty
to
was
do.
like,
She
I'm
said,
not
how
eating
long,
this.
how long did you have it in there the last time? I said, whoa, no,
The blood
She's
was
about
coming
to
off of it and
microwave the chicken.
everything.
She about to microwave
With
fry.
nothing.
She had
She didn't even put no seasoning on it.
flour. Did she put flour? She had flour on it.
I don't know.
She
Did
had
she?
flour on
Oh
it.
my
That's why I
God.
was like, yo, she really
LA
trying to
is
fry the
so
chicken in the
like,
microwave.
She really did
She
that.
trying to fry chicken in the
She
microwave.
really did.
Crazy.
She really did.
Yeah.
But how often does that happen?
Right.
Okay, you know the kind of work that I do, and I can't really put it
Absolutely.
out there like
Yeah.
that. But
yeah.
you know, we're talking about it in a comical way.
Right.
But there's instances where they don't even know how to comb these kids' hair.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
They don't. These kids are saying things and they can't even understand what they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
What is
Because
the
of
motive behind them adopting these black children?
Exactly.
What's the
What
motive?
is it? Because you know
understand?
what? There's white kids that
There's
need to be
different.
adopted too.
There's white kids that need right. What's the motive?
What is the motive?
What drove you to do that?
Exactly.
So,
But then-
and everybody has different motives. Not saying they all have the same agenda.
But then you see how it
However-
ended.
Yep. That particular case, yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. And it's a true
True
story.
story. Yeah.
You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
you did all of this to do this.
Yeah. So they really went there with episode 3. With season 3. This is what I loved
They
about
did.
season 3, right?
Yes.
So season 1,
Talk about it.
you're really following the journey of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
season 2, you are too. I think in season 2, they had a couple of episodes, offbeat episodes, like the Michael Jackson episode,
Oh my God.
which was one of my favorites.
Insane.
Um,
It was good though.
but season 3, they did a lot of. They had episodes in season 3 where none of the main characters was in the episode. So
And
I
that's
thought that
on
was
purpose.
dope on purpose, and I thought it was dope, and it gives so you could break structure and tradition
Right.
sometimes.
And,
you know
and
what
they,
I'm saying?
And they
I
wanted to
think
be
that was dope.
unorthodox. It was their plan. That was
love
their
that.
plan to do that.
I loved it.
You
I
know?
loved it because it still stayed within the theme of the season, of that season.
Yeah.
Whatever they were doing that season,
Yeah.
like they had an overall goal, theme, and fabric for the season. Like, this
did.
is what we're gonna do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They told separate stories, but they all the stories were, like you said, it was like we're flipping the experience or really exposing in some
Yeah,
cases.
'cause what
just
about when they were
exposing it.
over in Amsterdam? Everybody had the blackface.
Right.
They said
They had some
that is
Illuminati
something.
stuff in it. Like it
Of
was
course.
crazy.
They said that is something that they do, and yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And they say it again.
Dwart Pete.
Jordan Pete. Okay.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
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 So
And it's nothing wrong with it to
Right.
them. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Well, it is, and I'm glad that they put it. What do you mean? Why is it? Because what it represents. I mean,
You know exactly what it represents?
well, I know that when we're talking about Sambo and
That ain't what that is. It's something different from you gotta
okay,
not
so
from
you're talking
that
about the
football.
perception. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
I
All the
get you.
perception is
Right.
messed up.
Yeah.
Why they do it is
Oh yeah, why they do it is
definitely
different.
from the perception.
right.
Yeah. it's
Okay,
Definitely.
no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Listen, and that's what Donald Glover said like a million times. Like, yo, it is effed up. You know what I'm saying?
When
But it is what they
that
do.
kid turned around with I said, with the
Tell
fake.
over there, even the black people that live over there.
Man,
put the
listen.
black paint on.
Because they don't know like how it's
But
represented over here.
They don't care about
They don't
I
care.
know they don't.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it. Why should they?
Yep.
You know,
Facts. So
it is what it is.
so yo, season 3 definitely was ill. I loved it.
And I think
was-
I think they exposed us to things that we might not have necessarily been exposed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've
Yeah.
lived overseas in Germany, you know, so I know how to get down over there. You know, I know how to get down over there in Europe. But if you've never been there, you don't know. So I thought that was brilliant. You know,
Definitely.
let's do that.
Definitely.
Let's do that. Let's let people see what they don't see.
Right.
You know, so
Right. Yeah.
and the fact that Donald Glover can do whatever he wants to do, and he says it. You know, and that's dope.
I like his style. I like his
Yeah.
style of directing and writing. I like Get Out. What's his name? My guy.
Jordan Peele.
Yes, Jordan Peele.
I like him.
I like his I love the things that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
not a lot of
But
filmmakers
but
doing
the
that.
characters are interesting,
Right.
deep characters.
Deep characters,
That's
great
what-
stories.
Yeah, but the story
Yeah.
ain't gonna be jack if your characters are not jack.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You can have a great story, but
I mean,
the characters ain't good.
Sometimes I wonder what Chappelle would do
Mm.
with the film. Like, how would he what story would he tell? You know what I'm saying? Because I get those. That's the kind of vibes I
Need to
get.
ask him.
I think he would be somewhere in between Donald Glover and Jordan Peele, like because
get
that's his same kind of mind, really.
I mean, you're the offspring of 2 college professors, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure.
so, yeah,
Yeah, he would have some brilliance.
no doubt.
Oh, you want to talk anything else about Atlanta?
Hey, it's just a dope show. I hope they come out. I hope they do a season 4.
I don't think
Rumor
so.
was that was the last season. I think
Yeah.
he even said it out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be a demand and a push for him to do a season 4.
I mean, it was a demand and
He'll
push for him to
change.
do the third one.
He'll change.
But
He'll
what-
change his mind.
But what was so cool was because the first 2 seasons were so good, it led to the characters getting other jobs.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why
Mm.
it took so long for the third one.
Yeah.
But Donald Glover was like, "Look, I don't care what people say. We wasn't rushing it. We wanted to make it interesting,
Yeah.
engaging, and it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was very unorthodox and out the box. And I
Yes.
thought it was brilliant.
Brilliant.
You know
Brilliant.
what I'm saying? I didn't have to see the characters all the time.
Yep.
But when we did see them, it was on some bullshit.
It was on so crazy.
It was on some
yeah.
BS.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So we're gonna move on to this next
No
segment
doubt.
here. Some viewer questions.
Okay. Viewer questions.
All
Your
right.
Filmmakers Lab podcast viewers.
Yeah, y'all love me. I appreciate it. I love y'all.
You
too.
got some nice fans. I'm
Okay,
telling
that's
you,
cool.
from day one, man. The first episode we did, they was They
Okay.
was with you. They
I
were riding.
know.
They were riding.
I know it. I know
Yeah.
it. And people that I didn't expect, you know what I'm saying? Some people I
Yeah.
know, but most
Yeah.
that I do
Got a
know.
lot of good fans.
And it's funny because when you're doing this, when you're doing things like this, you don't know who's watching.
No doubt.
And then when you see the comments, it's like, oh, okay, you were watching? Pretty cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, so first question comes from Zena,
Z.
my sister in love.
All right.
She says, what is your all-time favorite movie?
Oh,
Me
wow.
first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go first. Wow.
My all-time favorite movie is West Side Story.
I knew.
It is
Yeah.
the original, not the new one. I haven't
She
even
loves
seen
West
the
Side
new
Story,
one.
boy.
But you know what it is for me? Again, if y'all saw a Shanny Jack Me show, you know that I started dancing at 3 years old. So dance and music is in me.
Right.
And not necessarily by choice. I did show interest, but it's just something that was in me. It's natural. And I told you the story about the West Side Story thing. My teacher wanted me to play Maria. And even though I was on stage doing these things, dancing and what have you, I was still a shy kid, and I was thinking more on I helped them turn it into a stage presentation. So she's like, oh, she knows the story back and forth. We want her to be Maria. And I was like, no, I like this part of it. Can I work the curtains? And she was like, no. So I got up there and flubbed the audition. She made us audition. I got up there and I was like, I can't talk. I can't sing. She was so mad at me.
Right.
She was like, get off the stage. Like, just go. Just get off the stage. Gave me a role that I didn't want. And so, it has significance in my life. You know what I mean? And then the next year, like I said, I think my teachers were in cahoots. And I end up playing the main role in Oklahoma. I can't even remember the name of the character. But I was forced to do it.
Right.
And I enjoyed it, but still at the same time, the anxiety would just take me over sometimes. You know what I mean? But I did it.
Right.
And so yeah, West Side Story has a significance with me. I
Wow.
watch it every chance I can. I do it in private because if y'all knew how much I watched it, y'all would think I was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah,
Well, that's a
are you
hard.
surprised with that, LA? Because your eyes were like, what?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
was hoping that you weren't gonna say the new one.
Oh no. I haven't even seen a new one. I need to see it though. I need to see it just to see it. Because that's what we do. But yeah, no, the original. Definitely.
That's a hard one for me.
You wanna move to the next question?
I have said, yeah. Well, so there's a few that I really like.
Just give me one, man. Because you're gonna
can't-
get into
there's
to this
not a
talking, and I
whole-
want to get
I'm
to
not
this,
gonna
to
I'm
this
not gonna
next
do
section.
I'm not gonna do a whole lot, but between Pulp Fiction, Good Will Hunting, Usual Suspects, between those three,
Usual
I like those are
Suspects.
my three, and I love Usual Suspects. That may be my favorite, but I love Pulp Fiction.
Why is it your favorite?
Usual
Yeah,
Suspects,
I think I know why, but
the story.
yeah.
I mean, I just love how the story
Guys,
was
that's so
told.
sad.
It made me say, "Damn, I wish I could have
No
told
doubt.
a story like that." Like
Yeah.
I want to tell that
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I want to
yeah.
be the one to have come up with that. You
And
know what I'm
again,
saying?
the characters,
Characters, yeah, absolutely,
interesting
absolutely.
characters.
Yeah.
Go back to that every time.
And then and real quick, Pulp Fiction. The reason Pulp Fiction for me, like he really sparked something in me as a writer, that and even producer. Like I was like, that made me want to create a film,
Mm.
because I was like,
Wow.
again, like I told you, to me he reminds me of a quote unquote like a hip hop producer. Like
think he
come
tries
from
to
that
be
era.
that.
I come from that era, so I'm like, damn, he pulled from this, he pulled from that, he did this and did that. Boom, came up with a dope film. I like that. I like that style. I just do. It's he's a pop culture
Look,
director,
I'm
what I'm
not
saying,
saying
producer.
nothing about it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so this is a question from you. What is the most
from me?
impactful? Yeah, what is the
Okay.
most impactful film you have ever watched and why?
Mm.
So
That's right. I did ask you that question.
mine's is Pursuit of Happiness.
Ooh. That's another
So-
great film.
Interesting
True
story.
story too.
Went to go see it with our cousin Gary.
Yeah.
Came out of the theater crying,
Mm.
and I just could not pull myself together. I could not pull myself together. It touched me so deep.
Yeah.
And it's not like I had to deal with anything like that, but I
Right.
have struggled, being a single parent,
Right.
and I think that part of it was relatable.
Mhm.
I never had to sleep in any subway bathrooms or anything.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
But I struggled. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's been it's been some situations.
Wow.
But when I came out of the theater, Gary was like, "Yo, that movie was dope. Oh man," because he think he will
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love that movie, and I'm behind him, and I just can't get myself together. I'm standing over the trash can, just bawling.
Right.
He was like,
Right.
"Are you crying still?"
Right.
Like the movie ended and it didn't end bad. So why are you still crying? Because it touched me.
Yeah.
It really touched
The
me
movie
just to
touched me
see.
too.
Yeah, just to see a man, have to contend with, trying to do his best and just getting kicked down every time. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
And even the woman in his life that
Mm.
bothered me so much. I was
Yeah.
like, come
Yeah.
on, can we
Yeah.
show more supportive women characters? Like that it just bothered me because I know that it is representative of a portion of women. I
Absolutely.
know that, but
And again, that was a true story.
I know. It
That
was
was a
based
true
on
story.
someone's life. I don't know his name.
Well, they showed him at the very end.
Yes, they did. They
so,
did.
I
But
forgot his name too, but
yeah, it just
yeah,
touched me. It touched
dope
me
story.
in so many ways.
the way they filmed it,
Yeah.
it was dope.
What's
one,
yours?
one of my favorite.
You have an answer for that?
Well, and again, so Pulp Fiction impacted me in the way of
Mhm.
pop culture film. Like it made me want to
To make films.
Make films. It
Yeah.
really did. It was one of the films that I
And
was
it-
like,
and it
yo, I
affected
think
the-
I I think I want
And
to.
it affected the stories you tell.
Yeah.
Because look at the stories that
Yeah.
you're telling.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
up? Oh,
You buy steroids on Amazon.
Hey y'all, this is a segment called
I love
it's not-
LA.
I love yeah.
Oh wow,
You can buy anything on
you sure can. Steroid. You
I
can buy
love it.
steroids on Amazon. Okay, that's hilarious. Oh my god.
You can buy
Um.
anything on Amazon.
So my daughter sent a bunch of questions. That's Ashley Franklin. If y'all don't know,
Ash
Ashley Franklin Moulton.
Cash Rule, aka Cash Rule.
Right.
I love her.
I'm gonna let you answer one or two of these questions.
Okay. I would love to.
She's got some good ones here too.
Of course.
So she says, "What aspect of being on set excites you the most?"
Okay. What aspect of being on set
Yeah.
excites me the most?
Mhm.
Seeing your vision come to life.
Okay.
Seeing that, there are people, and this is being on set. So I have done this a couple of times where I just stood back and kind of removed myself from the situation and just looked at everything, and it was surreal. I was like, wow, everybody's here technically because of me.
No,
Because I
right.
came, well, if you wrote it and, produced it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, everybody's here because of me.
No doubt.
And this this vision is like unfolding right before my eyes. So that to me is like the most exciting, aspect.
I like when you're on the set that is cohesive,
Mm-hmm.
the camaraderie.
Yep.
I've made a lot of friends. And when I say friends, I mean people that I can pick up the phone and call them and say, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I mean? That part of it is what I like the most. That's the
Yeah.
part that keeps me coming back. Of course, the art of it and seeing your stuff come to life. Of
The
course,
manifestation, yeah, just
yeah.
watching that
But
manifest in front of your face.
yeah, it's dope. Listening to people say your words that you
Yeah.
wrote, like
Mhm.
I didn't know what that was gonna feel like, but when it happened, it was like, wow, okay,
Right,
this person believes in what I wrote.
right,
Because you're not going to be able to just get anybody to do your stuff. People read it, and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm for this script."
right,
So they believe in what you're writing too.
right.
So yeah, that hand clap that's just dope.
It is.
It is. It's just dope.
Yeah. And being on
Uh,
set just period.
It is. What?
That's a
Please. I
dope
feel like
experience.
home there. I never thought that I would because
Yeah.
you don't dream about those things. Like I
Right.
did not dream about that. You
Right.
know. So when I was there, it was like I belong here. Okay,
Yeah.
this is cool. You
Yeah.
know, I can be that person that I know that I am. That person that's
Absolutely.
not full of anxiety. That person that is not socially awkward and can talk to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
I
know what
do.
I'm saying?
I
Because
do.
in other situations, I'm just like, okay,
I
I'm just
do.
gonna sit in the corner and ain't gonna say anything.
But also
But
seeing
on set, it's
everybody
different.
else doing their thing, everybody else in their element.
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah,
why I said
for sure.
removing yourself and just watching each person do what they do.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
a
awesome.
surreal, yeah.
It's awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And to see the rise of the people that we work with as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that's just dope.
Yes.
Okay, one more question. Let's see. No, we already know the answer to that. Oh, this is a good one. What do you think will be the future for independent filming?
The future?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good question.
That is a
Ashley
good
asked
question.
that.
She
Ashley.
did.
Okay. Well, I think we're experiencing a new future for it. Like there's a lot more independent filmmakers now because, well, for one, technology
Mhm.
has changed and made it easier for people to film.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't cost you as much.
Right.
Cameras are smaller, and there's more affordable cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Quality
More
of film,
precision.
more precision,
in the
but also
cameras.
too, and this is good and bad, because you do have some creative people that don't have the means to have a big production. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
they get, they're able to get these get smaller productions and create, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you get trash, and then sometimes you get gems. You get real gems that are like low budget films that are really good
Mm-hmm.
and get seen now because of streaming and different ways that they, you can a lot of people can make films that
Yep.
couldn't
Yep.
before,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not as many gatekeepers now. So
Well, I
so
think that there's still gatekeepers. It's just that independent filmmakers are like, screw the
yeah,
gatekeepers.
yeah,
It's
pretty
like,
much.
yeah,
And that's
no,
what we're
we're
talking
going to do
about.
what we're going to do. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So I think that's what we're experiencing now.
Yeah.
So I think the future is now. Past this, it's kind of hard to say. You know what I mean? And that's a great question.
It is, because you made me
wanna
think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you
'cause
want to be ahead of the game.
I sat with
You
that.
want to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, I sat
So
with it.
I know it has to do, obviously, streaming is here to
Mhm.
stay.
I think that more people are going to be independent,
Yeah.
even people that are mainstream,
Right.
because I see a lot of people like Brad James and, a lot of other people who have been mainstream are still doing these independent films. And that makes sense, because these films are being put on sites like
Yeah.
All Black, Tubi,
Yep.
and this content is going to be there forever.
Yeah.
You understand? That just
Absolutely.
makes sense. So I think that more and more people are going to be into the independent filmmaking realm because of that.
And one last thing to add to that,
Mhm.
I also see less bigger budget films. Like even if they have the funds to make the bigger budget
Yeah.
films,
They're not going to
it's
put the money into it.
no.
Like that. Yeah.
There's no
Why? 'Cause
reason.
You don't need it.
There's no reason.
Yeah.
Unless you're making a sci-fi film that requires that,
Yeah.
or an action film.
Mhm.
Even with action films, you can kind of cut that budget a little bit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. So next segment we're gonna move on to here,
Let's
because
do
I know we've just been
it.
talking.
Let's do it.
Talking. I don't even know for how long we've been talking. How long we been talking, LA? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we got to wrap
Hey.
this thing up right now,
We about to rizzle.
because we supposed to stop at 45. I knew that was gonna happen though.
We
But
s-
look,
look,
LA
we
letting
stop
us
when we-
rock, and I
we-
love that. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Okay, so this segment is called Love It or Hate It. So
Okay.
Curtis couldn't come up with anything, so I came up with some films. He has to guess which film I love and which film I hate. So, first one.
Hate it or love it.
You ready?
Oh, he solved that. Okay.
Okay. I knew he was smart. Baby Boy or Jason's Lyric?
Wow.
Right.
Oh.
You about to be like, what?
Okay, so you hate one of them.
Not necessarily
Well,
hate it, but I didn't.
One
like
you
it.
love and one you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you love Jason's Lyric, and you didn't care for Baby Boy.
No.
Damn it!
It's the other way
Damn
around.
it!
It's the other way around.
Damn it!
Only because I think they were kind of all over the place with Jason's Lyric.
Wow.
It just
Why did I
I
think?
I, I don't not like
Damn.
it. I don't hate it, but it's just not one of my favorites. Like, I only watched it one time. I can't watch it again.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it was the best movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were parts in Jason's Lyric.
Yes, that was like, huh? Don't, cause no.
You know what I'm talking.
Yes. It was like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to say here? Like, what are
Yeah.
you really trying to say here?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love the love story part of
Okay.
it, but everything outside of that was just,
I was
it's just
surprised.
sucky.
I
It
was
sucky.
surprised. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're gonna know this one. From Dusk Till Dawn or Pulp Fiction?
Oh well. Pulp Fiction.
I don't like Pulp Fiction.
No, do you hate Pulp?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
don't like
Because you always tell me.
I don't
like, I
understand
don't
it.
care about that. I don't
I
care.
don't
about,
understand
yeah,
it.
Pulp Fiction is the one you don't
Right?
like. Hey, I know that.
And
That
he
I know.
used
That
the
I,
N word way too many times.
and most of his, and a lot of his films.
And I don't like
he
that.
uses it a lot.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't feel
yeah.
like he
A lot of
has
people
a right
have.
to
A
do
lot
that.
of people have an issue. Yeah, take an issue with him doing
Yeah, because it's overkill.
that. Yeah.
it's
I
overkill,
get it.
you know?
I get it.
And it's who it's coming from. Like,
I
it's
get
like,
it.
come on now.
Yeah,
Bruh, seriously.
yeah.
Like,
But Dusk Till
almost
Dawn,
like you want to say it, but you're living vicariously through them. Like, that's how I feel. Because
Yeah.
that's how, when we write, that's how we write. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We live through our characters. So
Right.
yeah, I'm not with that.
I do. So I almost forgot about Dust Till Dawn, and that is a great film.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
love
that
it.
is a great
Love
film.
it.
Yeah.
And that's not even my genre, but
Yeah, I
love
was
that.
gonna say I don't even care for that genre
Yeah,
of
but it was
film
good.
either, like the story, but it was a great,
It
yeah,
was good.
it was good. It
Yeah.
was really good. Yeah.
Last one. Set It Off or Italian Job.
Oh, Set It Off you love.
Yeah,
And Italian Job you didn't care for.
not too much.
And Italian Job was okay. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Italian Job was okay. I I liked seeing the characters that I saw in
Yeah.
Italian Job.
Yeah.
You know, I was just happy
Eh.
to see,
Eh.
I was just saying,
It's
I
all
was
right.
happy to see a Most Def and
Yeah.
do his
What's
thing.
his name? Ethan Hawke, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
see them do their thing.
No, was it Ethan Hawke?
Not Ethan Hawke.
Who was it?
Yeah, no.
I forgot. I thought it was Ethan Hawke. I must be. I
No,
must have
no,
it
no,
wrong.
no.
Then.
For me, it was
Is
seeing
it
Most
Italian
Def.
Job?
It's not
I
Ethan
said, is
Hawke.
that Italian? Okay, who else is in it? It wasn't Ethan Hawke.
She's the one that brought it up.
Oh, I might be talking about the wrong movie then.
Italian Job.
You know who Italian Job is?
They had Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, Wahlberg. That's right, Wahlberg.
Who's the bad?
Tyrese.
Tyrese. Okay, and
Who's the bad guy? Played an Incredible Hulk.
I'm gonna let you.
I can't think of his name. I can't remember. Remember.
So
I can't remember.
you said it's a Italian Job in
Set It Off.
Set It Off. Yeah, of course, because we just did Set It Off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
believe you got the Baby Boy and Jason Larry on. But
What did you think about what was the fake Italian Job movie? Chris Brown was in it.
Takers?
Takers. I ain't
You
say
thought,
it's
you
fake.
said it was fake? You
Nah,
thought it was fake?
That wasn't that like Italian Job.
I know, but it was an ensemble cast
What did I think
of
about it?
robbers and yeah,
Well, it just was in it, so
Idris. That's right. Yeah.
I don't even know if I even know what the movie's
Did you
about.
like? Oh, okay. Never
No,
mind. Then.
it was all right.
Never mind. Then.
I came in and they had a big job and Darth Vader was in it.
He said Darth Vader was in it.
That's
Yo,
funny. That is
hilarious.
hilarious. Oh my God. No. Oh.
Yeah, because I couldn't
That's
remember the
right.
name. I knew who it was. I just couldn't remember the name
He's
either.
a good
Because once
actor,
she said
man.
Ethan Hawke, I was like, wait a
don't know
minute.
what
I
the
know
heck
she
I
ain't
was
talking. I
thinking.
know who she's talking about, but that ain't him.
Yeah, no.
So yeah,
My
cool.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so what you got going
Oh
on?
my gosh. So yeah, I'm working on a feature. We're in development.
Yep.
Yep.
We
Early
are.
development. Writing a feature with Amanda Rosario Dawson,
Mm-hmm.
my one of my film partners that we did a film short that's getting awards, accolades, and stuff like that, which is cool. Good to see.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be in if you're in Atlanta, the Peachtree Village International Film Festival.
Yay.
We'll be screening our short. So everybody has been asking, oh, where can I see this short and all this stuff? The Peachtree Village International Film Festival. It'll be in the first week of November, I believe. It'll be screened there. So
We'll be
I'll be
there.
posting more about it. And I just
I'll
finished.
be somewhere with a bottle of champagne getting twisted.
I mean, you know.
Hey. It's to celebrate.
Yeah, we did that, and you assisted with that.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
you know,
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
absolutely, you was on that. You was part of our crew.
No
So you know, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
It was dope.
And yeah, and I just finished finished up the writers' room that I had with Ian Burke. I can't really talk too much about the series, but it's a series that's that you'll see and hear about once it once
You
we
can't even
put
say
it out
the name
there.
of it.
Nah.
I think I slipped
But
and said it.
it's not a typical, like, so basically, I lent my pen to this series, so I'll put it to you like that. So I'm not a producer on this. So just
You can't even say the name. You can say the name because it's on Instagram.
the Aquatics.
Yeah.
the aquatics.
Man,
You're right.
you gonna make everybody
twisted
sign
my
an
arm, you know what I'm
NDA?
saying? See that? You see this? Bully me at, you know what I'm saying?
It is on Instagram though.
Filmmakers Lab, Gangster Incorporated.
I gangstered that.
You get, yeah.
Thank you. I
All right,
appreciate
Pac.
it though. Thank you for coming back.
Yes. Thank you for having
You
me
my
back.
go-to, cuz.
Thank you. All
Yeah.
right. Anytime. I
Yeah.
love being on your show.
What's so cool is, we talk about this all the time. We talk film all the time. And, to be able to do it and let people inside,
Right.
see how we think and see, the things that we're working on and how we
It's
get
a
to where
Billionaire
we're
Brown
at.
Team mindset.
Billionaire Brown Team all day.
Billionaire Brown Team mindset.
For
You already
sure.
know.
Yeah, we just need to drag the rest of. Well, I ain't dragging them.
We ain't dragging nobody.
Nah,
we don't drag. We
No.
attract. You know what I'm saying?
We track. Yeah, we attract for
Saying
sure.
that's gonna mean pop shot. That should mean
Oh
why.
my God, he
Okay.
had to say. He's back to his 12-year-old acting self. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap this thing up. Listen, thank you for tuning in to Filmmakers Lab like you always do. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe and win $100 gas card.
Oh yeah. Somebody.
Oh,
won?
but you said for
Who
the
do we
next-
have? Did you not announce?
but
the winner?
didn't you say it was going to be
Not
for
yet.
a couple of months?
Yeah.
Or just for
Yeah.
Oh, for the first of every month. Oh, nice. But still.
Just waiting for them to respond back.
Oh man, listen. You better get your card.
Make sure you check out Evan Vision.
Yeah.
Filmmakers Lab, like she said, Uncivil War.
Uncivil War
I'm
podcast.
one half of the Uncivil War podcast.
Yes.
You know.
Tune in
So,
to these great
check us
shows.
out.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Love y'all. And
See
that's a
ya.
wrap.